Hey guys, my next video is coming up, and can you guess where it is? Here's your hint. Yes, I know most of you have guessed, and obviously it says on the title it's about Hawaii. I'm so excited. Hawaii is one of my favorite places to go, and I've been there 4 times and visited a few different islands, and I have so much to talk about, but I'm going to try to condense it so I don't keep you guys for too long, but I will try to give you some great information and like I said, try to condense it a little bit, but you've got a lot of great facts to learn and a lot of great things to see there. It's just so beautiful like no other place. All right, enjoy.
The Hawaiian Islands is located about 2,000 miles southwest of the U.S. mainland. If you fly from California, it's going to take you about 5 to 6 hours, a little longer flying from somewhere else. There are 8 islands, but really only about 6 that people visit. I have been to Hawaii, which is the youngest island, Maui, been there twice, Oahu, and Kauai. I'm going to talk a little bit about each of these islands.
Oh no, you're gonna make me pick my favorite? I don't know. Kauai is great because it's called the Garden Isle. It's lush, it's green, it's not very commercialized. The Big Island is nice too. Of course, you've got a lot of neat things to see on there, including the volcano. Oahu's great, Maui's great, but I guess if I had to pick one, it would be Maui. So many beautiful places to see. Of course, you have the beaches, the road to Hana, so you have the greenery as well. You have some commercialization, but not too much. So that would be my favorite, and it just so happens that's the one I'm going to be talking most about in this video.
All right, there are some must-dos in Hawaii no matter which island you go to. In my opinion, the top 4 items to do while you are there are snorkeling, a helicopter tour, a Hawaiian luau, and you must rent a convertible. So I'm going to be talking a little bit more about some of these that we have done. Every time I've been to a luau. I suggest that every visit, if you visit more than once. No two are alike, and it's just a unique experience. Convertible, absolute must. The weather is gorgeous. You feel like you can see so much more and enjoy the weather and the smells, the everything. So, anyway, I'm going to talk a little bit more about some of these islands that I've been to. Okay, first I'm going to talk just a little bit about Oahu. This is where the capital of Hawaii is, Honolulu. Obviously, you have Pearl Harbor. I know most of you have heard of that. It's a very, very solemn, wonderful place to see. You will need to buy tickets for that. This is Waikiki Beach. Some really well-known sites to see on Oahu. But in my opinion, I would recommend seeing these at least once, but maybe only plan a couple of days here, 1 or 2 days, and then move on to another island. And that brings me to the next island, Hawaii, which is the Big Island, and it is the youngest, and it is nearly twice as big as all the other islands combined. And it is lush, but you have a lot of lava because, like I said, it is the youngest island. So a lot of the beaches are darker. There are some black sand beaches, which is very neat. Obviously, Mauna Loa, the volcano, you can see that. Highly recommend a helicopter tour on this island. So they actually fly near the volcano and you can see the lava and you can see it going into the ocean. A lot of pretty waterfalls and cliffs on this island. Okay, the next island I'm going to talk about is Kauai. It is known as the Garden Isle. It's more lush and green than the other islands. Hotels are a little shorter. There's fewer main roads to travel, but so there's less commercialization, but there is more green, more forest, more lush. It's beautiful. So I highly recommend this island as one of your stops. And if you're wondering, there are luau's held on each island, so you don't have to worry about that. Whichever island you choose, you can find a luau and snorkeling and activities like that. And if you choose to visit more than one island, there are inter-island flights through Hawaiian Airlines. They usually run around $100 each per person one way. So that's a good low-cost way to be able to visit more than one island. Now, there are many ways to schedule a trip to Hawaii. You can go through a travel agent. You can use some different vacation packages. What we found on this last trip that we took, we chose Southwest Vacations. It proved to be more economical and easy, straightforward. We were able to add our flight, hotel, and rental car, and it was all in one package. And the only thing left that we had to pay for were excursions and food. As I mentioned, this video is about Maui. This was our last trip to Hawaii, and at the time our kids were 18 and 16. This was just a couple of years ago. And as I mentioned, we flew Southwest, didn't have any trouble at all with that. We stayed on the southwestern side of the island, a few miles from Lahaina, and near the Ka'anapali beach area. And we had looked online at a few different hotels through the Southwest packages, and we chose Ka'anapali Shores Resort. One reason we chose this, they said that it had more of a true, authentic Hawaiian feel, open air lobby. A lot of the grounds were beautiful, beautiful gardens to walk through, music playing, tiki torches, just really nice area, large grounds. So a lot of things to see in addition to the two pools that they have on site. And we spent a lot of time actually at the hotel. Of course, we drove around and saw some different sites on the island, but we enjoyed our evenings at the hotel. By the fires and the pools, and they had a lot of nice things for you to do in the evenings. There's a couple of shops as well on the first floor of the resort. Now, I will say that there isn't much of a beach at this resort. It's a little bit of a beach, but not a huge space. And that's the only thing about Hawaii. A lot of the resorts don't have a large beach. You have enough to walk on for a little bit, but you're going to be honestly spending a lot of time driving around and seeing all the sights on the island. And there are a lot of other larger beaches nearby that are easily accessible, whether it be at a park or elsewhere. So that wasn't a huge deal breaker for us. If it is for you, you may want to look for a resort that has a larger beach, but for us, it wasn't that big a deal for us at all. We were happy with the place that we stayed for many reasons. This was the view from our room. We had an ocean view room, not ocean front. But honestly, I really enjoyed this view. We could see the front where the ocean was, obviously, and we could see around to the side, and we could see around the back side of the hotel where the mountains were. So I think it was the best of both worlds. It was a nice sized deck, so you don't always have to have ocean front to have the best view. Okay, this was our convertible that we rented. And again, I cannot stress enough, you have to rent a convertible. Don't worry about your hair, just wear a hat like I did a lot and enjoy the sunshine and the fresh air, all of the smells. It was so much more enjoyable, I felt, in a convertible, especially the day that we went to Hana and driving on the windy roads and smelling everything and just feeling the breeze, and just I felt like we were just able to see things so much better. Here's some more views of our hotel at night. At night, it's lit up beautifully with all the tiki torches and lights. So many walkways for you to walk and explore, and it was just a really nice place to be of the evening. Okay, so if you're staying on Maui, the old Lahaina luau is the luau you need to go to. It is said to be the best luau in Hawaii, and I promise it is worth your time and your money. It is a little pricey. It was a little over $700 for the four of us. But it's 2 to 3 hours of food, drinks, and dancing and music, storytelling, a lot of history on the island. It's just something you have to do, and this is one of the best ones to do. The views are great, and I highly, highly recommend you check them out. And in case I forget to say this, I will include the links for all of these activities that we did in the comments below. Okay, this is the day we left for Hana, and you need to do this. This is called the Road to Hana. It takes a full day, so allow a full day, leave early, and so you can just take your time. But you're going to see some magnificent views. The road is very curvy, but you'll be climbing. You'll have some views overlooking the ocean, and then some views from the forest. We found this beautiful beach along the way. It was a roadside park, and we walked out, and it was just gorgeous. Opened up to beautiful beach and water there, so that was a nice surprise. And then we continued on, and these are some of the views that you'll see as you're driving. And again, the convertible is a must, so you can enjoy all of this. Waterfalls along the way on the side of the road, several hiking trails to larger waterfalls. Just magnificent, magnificent views. A lot of cool places to stop as well, little cute restaurants here and there. So again, allow a full day for this so you can get out and hike some and see the sights, and you won't regret it at all. Okay, now I'm going to talk about our snorkeling adventure. We scheduled this through Maui Activity Store. It's mauiactivitystore.com, and we chose to snorkel Malakini Crater and Turtle Arches. And this was a great day. Here's some highlights: 3 hours of water time, 2 destinations. They serve you lunch on the boat. They have floaties if you need that. And they're there to help you to make sure that you're comfortable with what you're doing. The ride out from the island was beautiful, and the ride along the coastline, they tell you a little bit of history there and where some famous people live. So not only is the snorkeling great, but the boat ride is great as well. And the water is absolutely beautiful. It's like snorkeling in a fish tank. As soon as you put your head under, it just takes your breath away. It's so beautiful. It's unlike any other place that I've snorkeled. You'll see a lot of colorful fish, and hopefully some turtles as well. And it's just a experience that everybody needs to do. The water is not that deep where they let you off at the Malakini Crater, maybe 20 feet or so, if that. So I highly recommend you do this to get to see all of the underwater creatures that Hawaii has to offer. Okay, so if you've watched very many of my videos, you've heard me talk a lot about iced coffee. I love my iced coffee. And we found this cute cafe between our hotel and Lahaina, and it's right on the main road, and it's a really nice place to stop if you like coffee. They have coffee, iced coffee, hot coffees, bakery items, and of course I tried their iced coffee, and they were having a coffee of the day called ube, spelled U-B-E. It's the first time I had tried it, and it's kind of like a Polynesian type sweet potato. It's got a little bit of a nutty flavor with a little bit of blueberry, and I fell in love with it. It was just so different and unique. And coincidentally, we own a donut truck at home, so we have added that to our menu now on our iced coffee flavors, and everybody loves it. So if you're in the area, staying in this area, if you visit Maui, make sure you stop at this coffee shop and get you some coffee and or bakery items. So as you can see, Hawaii offers a lot to see and enjoy. Its beauty like no other place. It's one of my favorite places, if not my favorite place. 4 times, and I would still go back probably if I had the choice to go anywhere. You've got the best of both worlds, the lush green forests, waterfalls, and the clear ocean, beautiful beaches, and as the sign says, my heart belongs to Hawaii. I have a special place in my heart for this place, and I hope you have the opportunity to visit sometime.
Well, I hope you enjoyed my video about the Hawaiian Islands. And I encourage you to go. It's one of the most beautiful places in the U.S. in my opinion. There's so much to see, and it's not hard to plan a trip. Hopefully I was able to help you with some advice and some tips. And also you can find a lot of things online. There's a lot of resources, and it's just a great trip to take either as a couple or a family and make some memories. All right, well, until next time, remember, choose moments, not things.